Hey Total Gym friends, it's Sandy here in New Zealand. Today's video is all about transitions, or for some, how to get on and off or change positions properly. And there is actually really only one way which you practice with different modifications for different people. So just like everything, we just have to know who we are and who we're working with. Don't judge yourself. If you're carrying a bit more weight, practice what I show you. I'm going to give you options that will really work for you and make your workouts not so scary and more comfortable. So with that said, let's get busy. So we'll start without anything attached and we'll pretend that you've done some leg work. So how do we get on the unit? How do we get off the unit to come put the arm pulley or leg pulley on? So let's go. So if you're coming on, you always come to the bottom of the unit. Don't climb up here, guys. Come down to the bottom, put your hand, bend your knees, don't bend over and use your back. Bend your knees, reach down, grab the glide board. Use your butt and push it up. And as soon as it's up, put one foot up on the strut and you're safe. Okay, so rewind if you need to see that again. Okay, that is the only way to get on, okay, safely. And then bring your other foot on and wriggle your butt to the bottom, because you want your butt at the bottom unless you've had knee surgery or have a dodgy knee. Then take your bottom up further so that you don't go past 90 degrees. So just remember, this is the video to help you with all your transitions, all your problems. So tuck in as we come down on here. Don't just lie down with a hinge back. Tuck into your tummy and segment your spine down like you've got Velcro on it. Now you're nice and safe. Put your hands, they should reach to the bottom of the glide board, unless you've got a knee problem. So once you're on here, bring your rib cage down and zip the tummy muscles up. Now you'll feel a little bit of connection with the glide board in your back. Belly button to spine is an incorrect cue, because you push down when you do that. And for ladies, that becomes a problem later on. Okay, so let's bring our feet up. I'm just going to pretend it's just a normal squat. So we've done our squat, we've done our single squat. Now here's another secret, guys. Try not to go from one position to the next position, back to that position and that position. Get a lot done. There's a lot done you can get in each position you're working with. So this is lying forward in supine. So you can do one leg here. You can do, if you've got, what I can do on here because I'm a little bit secure, you can do your plyometrics. This is really good for our sports people. So once we've done that, how do we get off? If you don't have good abs, you're carrying a bit of weight. I know a lot of you come down to the bottom and close the glide board and roll off. Not fantastic. So let's have a little talk. Bring your feet down to the struts. Even if you've got your squat stand on, come down from the squat stand onto the struts. Bend your knees. Now, rib cage down, zip the tummy up, lift your head and come down. Lift your head and come down. So for people that are struggling, you practice a roll up. Now, if you still find that too hard, you can grab behind your legs, tuck in and roll up. Or you can have a little bit of momentum and you need to practice that roll up, so you're using abdominals to get up. You always tuck the chin in and roll up. Now, once you've got that mastered, you tuck in and you roll up. So you can hold the bottom or hold your legs. And when you're up, you bring your feet to the bottom. Now you want to get one leg on the floor. Boom. So don't close the glide board to come off, guys. No matter whether it's weight, anything. If it's one leg sore, use the other leg. And it's not your shoulders that pull you up. It's your glutes and it's the power from your feet and your abdominal. So always that zip up. So once you're here, you're going to come down and you're going to reach forward for the top of the squat stand or the toe bar. Then you're nice and safe. Put the other hand in between on the bottom of the glide board. So got that one hand toe bar, one hand middle of your legs, one foot down. Now you're safe to take the other foot down and you slide this down and close it. Voila. Easy, right? So practice it and try to break that habit of rolling off. And no matter what body you're in, you can work with that. Okay, so let's come up and put the attachment of the arm pulley on and talk about how to get on. So stand facing away from your tower, grab the hand pulleys. I have seen some real awkward ways of getting on. Now you always, for safety and for just making sure that you're comfortable and not going to trip up or do anything stupid, you walk to the bottom. You'll see the glide board goes up. Now you're nice and safe to step over, sit on the bottom, which is where you want to be anyway. Tuck into the tummy in the same principle. You're going to rib cage down, zip into the tummy, and roll like a ball and put your feet on. Now you're safe to bring your arms over. And again, you do as many exercises here. You've got your lat pull down, you've got your tricep pull down, you've got your pull over, you've got your pull over crunch. And of course you can make that all harder by bringing the legs up, cross at the ankles for comfort, keep your feet up in the air, and this makes everything harder, no matter whether you're doing a lower sequence or upper one. Now, if you're nice and strong and functional, no shoulder problems, this is my favorite way to get up, and one that you work toward is bring the arms around underneath you, pull into the tummy, and you kind of dig yourself out of the garden as you roll your lower body down. So we'll do that again. It's all about that roll. Tucking in, come around, slowly lift your head, rib cage down, and roll up. Okay, so that's what you're working towards. However, that may not be possible to start with. So especially if you've got a shoulder impingement, if you have a shoulder impingement, try the tricep way, which is tricep, push down, roll up, and come up. So there's another nice way to get up. Please don't let go of the arm pulleys, bang, clang. Really work on what's going to work for you. If you've had shoulder surgery or you've got a tendon that is pulled, then you can let go, but again, rolling up is the best way to come up from there. Okay, so then how do we get to the top to sit? So I see a lot of people come up and try and get on up here. No. Come down to the bottom and straddle at the bottom and then walk backwards and sit your bum at the top. So much better to do it like that. If you need to change your arm pulleys for a chest press, for instance, keep your feet on the ground when you're doing that. Don't have your feet off because you can rip a tendon through the shoulder. So you want to keep your feet down. Now, if I want to come into a chest press, I'm going to rotate my handles and bring them underneath my armpits. Again, some people find that really difficult. If that be the case, then just take your hand off and put it on the outside. On the outside, now you're nice and safe, and you can take your feet off. Zip the tummy. Now here's another cue. Hold the glide board with your inner thighs. Inner thighs help your lower abdominals work. So use them, and most people are weak in their adductors. So grip onto the glide board, lean slightly forward, and do not go forward and backwards when you're doing anything here. You want to keep the position, zip the tummy. So for instance, like a deltoid fly, or coming into a chest press, or an incline chest press, or a decline chest press. You want to keep the thighs on, you want to keep the back in the same position, and the abdominals on. Okay, coming off, same thing. Feet down, tuck in, walk down, and then come back. Now, if I'm going to turn around, this is really hard to cue, so I never cue exactly what to do. I say naturally turn around and change your handles. So naturally, just turn around, change the handles. Now, again, if you're going to go into a kneeling position, which is more of an intermediate advanced, anchor down, which is our professional cue, anchor down, or some call it knuckle down. So that's all it's called. This is like putting the handbrake on. You say put the brake on. This is anchor down or knuckle down. So we come down. When you've got your hands on, it's like you do have a handbrake on. Nothing can go anywhere, including you. Now you're safe to come up onto your knees and come into any sequence you might be wanting to do here. And once again, put your sequences when you're seated backwards towards the tower. Put them together, guys. No need to come off and go back and go back and go. Like, make your workout easy for you and slow. When you come off, always anchor down. Don't go putting your foot down. That's how you can fall and hurt yourself. Anchor down, handbrake on, and come off. When we're seated at the top, come away from the glide board, sit back onto the top of your glide board, and again with the legs, hold the rails. And then you're ready for a seated row or the upright row. And again, biceps. Now, when you want to do decline, you always want to have your bottom at the top. Now I'm going to do a decline roll back, which is great for anyone struggling with getting strong abdominals. Start here, easier. So we just do a small roll back, thinking of just your lower back, chin tucked in, roll down, keeping your feet at the top, about in line with where the holes are for your foot holder, or like on my power towel or compass, you have a silver bit or black bit there. Put your feet on top, ground your feet in and roll back, and tuck in to roll back up. So it's never momentum. It's a lift the head and exhale, roll your way back. Okay, so feet come down and we're going to take this down. Now I'm going to take this a little bit lower and show you how to get into torso rotation. So I'm going to do one cable. So one cable, most people think if you've got a one cable, it could be harder. It's not. It's easier, much easier. So if you're doing a torso rotation with two handles, we'll start there. Anchor down. Now I'm going to come onto my knees. You can do straight legs or you can do mermaid. Always have your knees a wide base of support. That will stop you from toppling. Now I'm going to do the double handle. So you put the handles in the one closest to the tower. Then the hand wraps over top and the arm goes out. We use the waistline, not the shoulders, to do the rotation. So I'm thinking about a zip on the tummy and turning at the waist. It's like a washing machine and coming around. Now, if that's too hard, all you do is drop the front one so you still get the full rotation. If you want to drop the front one, anchor down, let go of the front one. Safe. You're not going to fall off. Nothing's going to happen. Hand goes around. Exhale, come around. Again, do as much as you can here. So I do a full rotation, then I go a half rotation with a little pulse, and then to just bring in that abdominal stability, come forward. Now I do have the power towel, which I can make into a flat board, but I actually prefer it down here. So everyone can do this. And you can come out, put your hand behind the board, and you can come into a shoulder, bicep, and shoulder press. Nice. Okay, again, anchor down and then always go off the back and come on from the back as well. So you don't want to come on from the front, you can get yourself all in a pickle. So come on from the back with a wide base of support. You can come into your mermaid or you can do it with legs in front. Now, I do see a lot of people doing it like that. That kind of limits how much of your obliques you're going to be using. So take away the legs, cross them over, lock up your quads, and then you're going to really tear into those obliques rather than have wobbly legs. So when I see legs that are locked and not moving, I know abdominals are on. If I start seeing the legs all going, I know someone's using shoulders. So there's a little tidbit for you. Anchor down and come back off. So let's talk about getting onto some lat pulls. So bringing down the lat bars, boom, Down it comes. Now to get on. Again, don't get yourself in a pickle. Think of this like a surfboard, okay? So if you've done surfing, you want to come down. I put the feet on the base of the glide board, go into a kind of a plank. You can do it on your knees. And then you just make your way down. Move the board underneath you with your chin over the top. Now you're nice and safe. You're in the right position. You're not going to top out, bottom out, hands wide. Now cross the legs, especially if you have long legs. So with long legs, you want to get them out of the way. Shorter legs you can put out here. And for our Pilates or yoga people, it may feel nicer here if you want to get your glutes on. Exhale and pull back up. So when it's low, we call it shoulder glides, and we're working the lower traps. And then we can get it up nice and high and go into a full chin up. But remember, glutes are on nice and tight, and you can cross the legs to keep them there. Now to come out of this, you just put your feet down while you're at the top. Navigate down with your feet, find the struts, hands go underneath you, tuck into the tummy, push up with your triceps. Easy. And then you can bring the glide board down and it shuts down. Okay, let's go into the foot holder. Foot holder comes up with the little wee pulley at the bottom. Some of you have different models, I know. Work with me here. So to get on here, you've got short, medium, and long people, right? Long people, boom, put your foot in. Heel goes in first to protect the foam rollers and under. Now we're not holding with the toes, we're holding with the heels. So you can do a hamstring pull with the heels seated or lying. And the hands just go behind me to keep a nice straight back, and I'm focusing on those hamstrings. I want to go into a roll down. I can do my abdominals here, segmenting down. And then once you're down here, again, rib cage down, chin down, zip the tummy. Now, as you come up, you pull with the heels and the toes, let go. Super important. You want to not let go when you go back. So the same speed, concentric and eccentric. And then we have that issue of getting out of here, don't we, guys? Okay, so this one can be a little bit tougher. I understand. Bend your knees always to protect the back. You can use your elbows. Tuck in, push out of your elbows, grab your legs, and roll back up. Do that again. Elbows, push, grab a leg, grab the other one, and roll back up. When you're nice and strong, you can take your arms over, big circle, chin in, tuck in, and roll back up. Now, for short people, your glide board is going to be open, so you're going to be worried about it banging. 1 foot out, one hand on, take the other one out and let it slide backwards. Okay? Short people getting on, keep your hands off the rails. Short people getting on, hold the foam roller, pull the glide board up. You can do it with your bottom or with your hand on the D-ring. Pull it in. Get on a bit like getting on a bull, the bull ride. So bring it in and then put your heel in, and extend backwards. Okay, and then when you come out of it, pull up and foot down, and you'll see it's open. So you want to guide it back and let it go like so. Okay, now what else can we do? Oh, leg pulleys, good old leg pulleys. So leg pulleys, always remember if you've got them on, have them above your arm pulleys. Always hold them on the bobbles and hold them tight. Right-handed, hold in right hand. Now you want to get to the bottom of your glide board and you'll see I can't get there. So all you do is straddle, hand on the bottom, push the glide board up, sit on it. Ground yourself with your feet. Dive in your tummy and start to roll down. Now you can move your feet down a bit. Tuck in and roll down and bring your feet to the top. I didn't do that very graceful, to be honest. So I'm going to show you again. So when you're here, let the arms go back a little bit. Put your feet onto the struts and wriggle your bum to the bottom. Tuck and roll down and walk your feet onto the squat stand or the tow bar. Now you can split them. Make sure they're not tangled. All good. Hold them back in the right hand. Go ahead and bring your left foot up and put it into the stirrup. Now hold really tight those bobbles. Now you're going to push your left foot in and push up. The glide board is now open. You're nice and safe. Don't split them yet. Once you're in, rib cage down, zip the tummy, and this is your stability. This is where it all comes from. So, and legs come up. And again, we can do hip extension, because it's really high to be doing hip extension. I wouldn't recommend because you're going to hurt your back. So that's just a hip extension. It's quite intense at this height. And of course, you can do all kinds of things here. You can make up all kinds of things and cross pattern abdominals, but you have to be really strong in your core to be doing this. And you want to have lots of control, or you can flip yourself over. In Pilates, we do have it a lot lower, and we do all kinds of things here, like roll like a ball to the bottom, short spine, exhale, push into the legs. And we can do our frog feet, coming down, opening out. But all the control here is this lock down in the middle. Now to come out of this, we grab the bobbles, hold, take out your left foot, find the tow bar, take out the right foot, fold in half, just pop beside you. It doesn't matter, just down the middle. And again, remember how we get out of here is to bend our knees, lift our head, start to walk our feet down. Now you can use your elbows here too. So if you're stuck and you say, I can't get up sadly, then push, use this, push, and then grab your legs and roll up. So please work on that, not roll on the floor. Let's get away from that habit and really work on working with functional movements to make your workout so much better. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, so if you're going to go into using the glide board or push-ups, put your feet on the base. You can do this with or without the squat stand or tow bar on. I prefer putting the tow bar on, and then I come forward and go into my tricep push-ups. My feet are on the base. Now if this is too hard, you just put your knees down, come slightly forward and work from here. So ladies, you've got a place to start doing these annoying tricep dips. Now this one is one of those exceptions. The lower you are, the harder it is. The higher it is, the easier, okay? Because you've got less distance to go to get them done. When you come out of here, just remember to take your feet outside so you don't close the glide board, and gently guide it down. So guys, I think I've gone through most of the transitions. If I haven't, please shoot down below, write it down, I'll get to it, and I'll put them in episode 2 of transitions and safety. And I hope this really helps a lot of people enjoy their transitions and not be scared of their total gym. There's always a right way, okay? And there's a million wrong ways. So let's practice the right ways and have a better workout. And thank you for joining me. Don't forget, hit the bell, hit subscribe. Everything I do on here is free and I get nothing for it. Just your appreciation at this point in time. But with you helping to grow me, who knows what might happen. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye.